Hi, it's Beth the Nutritionist, and today, kind of part two, we're going to talk about micronutrients. So these are nutrients you need in fairly small amounts relative to your macronutrients, but you have your vitamins, your minerals, and your phytonutrients, right? Those plant-based chemicals, I call them phytonutrients. I believe they're an entirely their own class of nutrients, and we have to pay attention to them like that. So vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. Vitamins, know your ABCs, your A, B, C, D, E, all right? Your vitamin A, which you can make from beta carotene as well. Your B vitamin, super important. Vitamin C, which is super important. Most mammals make their own vitamin C, but as humans, we don't. So you have to make sure you get enough for your diet or supplementation if you need it. Vitamin C is its own lecture, but vitamin C is super important. And then vitamin D, which we can make from the sunlight. We don't make it from the sunlight, but we actually turn a cholesterol-like compound in the skin into a compound that becomes vitamin D, and when it's exposed to sunlight, UVB light. So vitamin D, we can make some if you're getting enough sun. Some people don't. You don't want to get too much either, so it is tricky. But you want to know what your levels are in your blood and supplement if you need to. Super important, especially if you're up north and you're not getting enough sun, or people are inside all the time these days. So vitamin D is super important. And vitamin E you can get from certain vegetable oils or plant-based oils and nuts and other places. And you don't need too much vitamin E, but you need all of these vitamins in balance. So they're vitamins are very, they break down easily. So they're delicate, you can say. So when you cook, heating, light can destroy them. And a lot of them are water soluble, so we flush them out on a regular basis. So you have to have enough vitamins every single day. Minerals are pretty much indestructible. You literally could burn down a food and you'd have a pile of ash, you'd have your minerals still in there. So, but minerals can be lost. If you cook in a lot of water, the minerals get lost to the water. If you bake it, the minerals are held in, but they're still somewhere. They don't get destroyed the way vitamins can do. So minerals are super important. You don't want to overdose on minerals because sometimes, especially if you have any kidney issues, you can't flush them out. So minerals could be their own lecture as well. But again, they're virtually indestructible. You're going to get a lot of them from what grows up out of the ground, as long as it's in there for the plant to get. So when a plant grows out of the ground, it needs the minerals to be there to absorb and incorporate into the plant-based foods that we eat. The plants can make vitamins, but they don't make minerals. They have to get them from the soil. And then those phytonutrients, the carotenoids, the flavonoids, the phenols, all these different phytonutrients that we don't get anywhere else. And so fresh, whole fruits and vegetables are the best sources of your phytonutrients, but anything that grows out of the ground, your phyto meaning plant, your plant-based foods give you lots of phytonutrients. So there we have our micronutrients in a nutshell, no pun intended. So you have your vitamins and your minerals and your phytonutrients. So make sure you're getting what you need. If you need to supplement. Some people don't digest and absorb well. I've had issues my whole life since I was this big, and I know what I need, and I've had a lot of intervention, and I know what I need to have. I watch my own blood work, and be sure to get what you need, because if you don't absorb or digest and absorb well, you're not going to get in. Everything you take in doesn't get into your cells. So see what you need, get what you need, and consume what you need. And remember, those are your micronutrients, and that's today's lesson for the day. So thanks again. This is Beth Ellen, the Nutritionist, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.